How's it going everyone? Welcome back to a new video. So today I'm doing a mod review about the Dungeons Mobs mod. So this basically brings the Dungeons Mobs from the Minecraft Dungeons into this Minecraft game. So I'll be going through pretty much what is in the Dungeons Mob mod. Now I know there's a Dungeons Gear mod and that's going to be in a separate video. So let's get into it. So all the mobs that I'm about to show you can be found in the Woodland Mansions. However, they've made it so that you can configure where they can spawn, and they've actually made quite an easy guide on basically how to do it. I'm a dumbass, so I don't really know how to do it myself. But yeah, none of them are passive, so they will attack you on sight. So yeah, let's get straight to it. So the first mob we have is the Armored Zombie. So these guys deal around 5 to 6 damage, so 5 to 6 health points. So each health point is half a heart, I'd say, because they do have the Iron Sword, and they look pretty awesome in their armor. They do have 30 health points, as you can see. They do actually drop rotten flesh, or whatever they're wearing, so it could be the Iron Sword, and it could be the armor that they're wearing. However, they don't give you any effects when they attack you. So I will just say now, I can't give you the complete accuracy of what they drop, but from what I can gather, it's around 0 to 2 rotten flesh and whatever they're wearing or whatever they're using as a weapon. So yeah, and it actually looks quite cool. So the next mob that we have is the Jungle Zombie. He does around 2 to 5 health points of damage. They actually have 20 health points, which is pretty much the same as a normal zombie. What they will drop is 0 to 2 rotten flesh, and they do melee damage like a normal zombie would with just their fists, and they don't actually give you any effects when they hit you. So the next mob that we have is the Frozen Zombie. So as you can see, it has a snowball in its hand. It will deal around 4 to 5 health points of damage. They do have 20 health points like the regular zombie. They will drop 0 to 2 rotten flesh. Sometimes it will spawn with a shovel. However, even though they've got the snowball on their hand, they don't actually throw it at you. So yeah, it is only melee with either a shovel or their fist. So the next mob we have is the Armored Skeleton. So this damages around 4 to 5 health points, and it actually has 30 health points itself. And what it will do, it will drop around 0 to 2 arrows and bones. However, it has a percentage chance of dropping what they're wearing and what they're using as a weapon. So yeah, it is just like a regular skeleton, except from they have a little bit more health and they can drop the armor or the weapon that they're holding. So yeah, it looks quite cool. So the next mob we have is the Mossy Skeleton. So this is around 3 to 5 health point damage. It does have 20 health points like a regular skeleton would. They also drop 0 to 2 arrows and bones, and they also have a chance to drop arrows of poison. So they deal damage with a ranged bow. However, it doesn't give you any effects when they attack you. So the next mob we have is the Skeleton Vanguard. This has 30 health points, so this does around 5 to 8 health point damage, and they attack very fast. Obviously they've got their shield as well, which blocks enemies from attacking them. So this guy will only drop around 0 to 2 bones because it doesn't have any bow and arrow, but it may have a chance to drop its weapon, its shield, or its armor. It does do damage with its sword and shield. However, it doesn't have any other effects apart from that. So yeah, this guy actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so the next mob we have is the Skeleton Horseman. This guy does around 3 to 5 health point damage, and it actually does have 30 health points itself. So it can actually drop 0 to 2 arrows and bones and a saddle, so it does range damage with its bow. However, when you attack it, or when it sees you, it will spawn 3 more skeleton horsemen to attack with it. So I'll basically show you what it's like. So if I took off my gear mode, there we go, and it does that, and it will spawn 3 or more of them. So yeah, it's very dangerous. So let's quickly finish back before I die. So yeah, if you see one of these guys, run away. So the next mob we have is the Necromancer. So the Necromancer does around 10 or more health points of damage. So this guy is very powerful. However, it does only have 20 health points itself. They can actually drop 0 to 2 bones plus their Necromancer staff. And what it does, it deals damage to you with the Necromancer staff, which shoots a Wraith Fire charge, and it spawns 2 enemies of any type. So yeah, this guy is very dangerous. So let's quickly show you how this guy works. So we'll do this little special effect. So this guy's, luckily they're fighting each other, but when it attacks me, or it will attack those, which is even better, they do a lot of damage. Oh shit, yeah, now I'm hit. Oh dear. So yeah, as you can see, it does a lot of damage. It is very dangerous because it does spawn those different types of mobs. So the next mob we have is the Armored Vindicator. So this guy does around 9 to 11 health point damage. It does actually have 36 health points itself, which is actually one of the highest regular mobs in this mod. So this guy will drop 0 to 2 emeralds and its weapon or armor. So what it does melee with its double axe, which can be of any type. And he is very difficult to kill because he is armored, and it is just like in a raid you'd get a normal Vindicator. This guy guy will be even more powerful, and you can configure him to be in the raids as well. So the next mob we have is the Armored Pillager. So this guy does around 3 to 5 health points of damage. It does actually have 36 health itself, and this guy will either drop his armor, his weapon, or 0 to 2 emeralds, and it does damage with its crossbow. So yeah, this guy can also be configured to putting him in raids as well. And the weapon that he does use is an enchanted crossbow with piercing onto it, so it does more damage. So the next mob we have is the Royal Guard. So the Royal Guard does around 9 to 11 health points of damage as well, and it does have 36 health points itself. So this guy does actually drop 0 to 2 emeralds and its weapon or piece of armor or its shield. So it does do melee damage with the mace and shield. And yeah, this guy is very powerful if you come across him, and could probably also be configured to be included in village raids. So the next mob that we have is the Illusioner. So this guy does around 3 to 5 health points of damage, or it does actually have 32 health points for itself. I haven't actually seen it drop anything yet, but it may drop some emerald. And this guy actually damages you with a bow of exploding arrows. So what he does, he goes invisible and spawns 3 decoys of himself, which attack you. However, if you hit one of the decoys, it will disappear, but he will remain invisible. So let's show you what it's like. So if we destroy this, there you go. So it is like the fireworks that he shoots, and yeah, he is invisible. Obviously he's in here at the moment, so he can't get me. So yeah, he is very powerful, so you've got to be careful around him. So the next mob we have is the Isolager. This guy does around 8 to 10 damage to you, and he has 24 health points. He drops around 0 to 2 emeralds, and he uses ranged magic to attack you. So what he does, he spawns a 2x2 set of ice blocks that will drop on you, giving you slowness as well. However, it does do quite a bit of damage, so let's show you what it's like. You can see if I look up, and if I stand under it, there you go, it does a lot of damage, and it slows me down as well, so if I get hit again, it still does that. So yeah, you've got to kill him fast if you are being attacked by him. So yeah, that guy is quite powerful. So the next mob we have is the Geomancer. So the Geomancer damages you depending how close you are to one of these pillars that spawn, and it explodes. This guy has 24 health points as well, and he drops around 0 to 2 pieces of emerald, or it can drop its staff, and he also uses ranged magic to hurt you or to damage you. Like I said, he can either spawn a 3x3 barrier around you with one end where you can actually walk out of it, or he spawns an explosive pillar and it damages you the closer you are to the pillar when it explodes, and it can instantly kill you. So let's have a look at what that's like. So he can spawn, oh, it's the 4x4 barrier, my mistake, but one end will be open. Or he can do this, and if I stand close to it, or about here, yeah, it does damage you quite a bit. So you've got to be a little bit careful with it. So yeah, that's the Geomancer. So the next mob we have is the Wind Cooler. So this guy damages you by levitating you up, giving you the levitation buff, and he has 24 health points. He can also drop 0 to 2 emeralds, but he may also drop his staff as well, and he uses ranged magic to hurt you and levitates you up for 5 seconds and then drops you. So depending on how high you are, depends on how much damage you take. So let's show you what I mean. So what it will also do is spawn a set of clouds around you, give you the levitation buff for around 5 seconds, drop you, and then obviously if I was still being lifted up there, he constantly does it. Obviously got to be a bit careful around him, and he will lift up anything, so any other mobs such as pigs, zombies, anything like that. So yeah, he is another one which is very powerful. So the next mob we have is the Vindicator Chef. So this guy does around 3 to 5 health points of damage, and this guy has 24 health points as well. So he can drop either 0 to 2 emeralds, his spatula, or his chef hat. However, he doesn't really have any other effect apart from that. So yeah, he will literally just attack you with his spatula. So that guy can also be configured to spawn in village raids as well with the rest of the Vindicators or the Pillagers. So the next mob we have is the Mountaineer. So the Mountaineer does around 3 to 5 health points of damage. He has 24 health points himself, and he can either drop 0 to 2 emeralds or Mountaineer pickaxe, and he damages you by hitting you with his pickaxe. You guess he can be quite dangerous, but not as dangerous as some of the other ones, but he can probably also be configured to be put into villager raids as well. So the next mob we have is the Armored Mountaineer. So this guy does around 6 health points of damage. He also has 36 health points as well, and he can either drop 0 to 2 emeralds or the diamond Mountaineer pickaxe that he has in his hand. So he does damage you with his pickaxe as well, and doesn't give you any other effects apart from that. So yeah, he's just an upgraded version of the Mountaineer, so he could probably be configured to be put in villager raids as well. Okay, so the next mob we have is the Icy Creeper. So this guy pretty much works like a regular creeper, so the damage increases the closer you are to his explosion. He drops around 0 to 2 gunpowder, I believe. However, when he does explode, he can inflict you with slow for 30 seconds if you are hit by him, and the slowness lingers around for around 15 seconds. So if I show you what I mean, so this will probably explode this. There we go. So obviously I'm slowed for around 30 seconds now. It's not too bad, it's only slowness 1 I believe. However, this does linger around, and the circle slowly gets smaller, and it does reset your cooldown if the closer you are to the lingering potion of weakness. So yeah, he can be quite dangerous. So the next mob we have is the Wraith. The Wraith damages you by pretty much trying his best to set you on fire. He has 20 health points, so he's not one of the most powerful mobs in the world. I don't think he actually drops anything, and he actually damages you with ranged magic. So what he does, he spawns around sort of like a checkered, sort of not 3x3 square of blue fire around you. So it's better to show you this, how he attacks, than explaining it. So yeah, let's quickly show you how he attacks. And he teleports as well. Should have probably mentioned that. And he's actually teleported out, so he can't damage me. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, let me show you what he's like outside. So because he's here, there you go. This is the sort of thing he does. So he just spawns like a little bit like a checkered pattern, not completely, of a 3x3 square around you. And yeah, he teleports away when he attacks you. So yeah, he's can be quite a nuisance to kill. Oh, so he does actually drop some of the Wraith Fire Charge. So I guess that's what he drops. That's the first time he's dropped it, so it can be quite a rare thing to drop. So the next mob we have is the Conjured Slime. So what this guy does, he has half a heart, and that's only because he works like a regular slime where you can have 3 different sizes, so you can have the large, medium and small. And he does around 3 health points of damage every time he attacks you, and he drops around 0 to 2 slime balls each time you kill him. And he actually attacks you with ranged slime balls. So let's quickly show you how he attacks. However, the thing about these guys, they don't actually move. So there you go, pretty much throws a slime ball at you, and it does quite a bit of damage for a slime ball. So yeah, that's what the Conjured Slimes are. So the next mob we have is the Redstone Cube. So this guy will attack you and damage you with 3 health points. It has 16 health points itself, and it will drop around 0 to 2 redstone each time you kill it. And what it does, it attacks you with a melee with no weapon. But the way it moves is that it rolls. Let's show you what it's like. But if you do get close to him, he will attack you every time you get close. Hoping that, yeah, there we go, so he's running away. So yeah, that is really cool actually. Now I might be wrong here, but I believe he actually powers up some redstone, like a redstone torch. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what he does. So yeah, he can be actually quite useful if you can capture one. So the next mob we have is the Redstone Golem. This guy kills you instantly if you don't have any armor on, or gets you down to pretty much such low health that you won't really have time to escape. He has 100 health points, as you can see, which is around 50 hearts of health. And when you do kill him, he will drop 0 to 3 redstone and cobblestone. So he does attack you, walking up to you and hitting you. And he also can hit you with a ranged attack. And what happens if he does hit you, it explodes the area around you. So let's show you what it's like. So go up to him. There we go, instantly killed. There we go, so he just threw like something at me and it exploded, and it pretty much nearly killed me. So yeah, this guy is very, very dangerous. So yeah, this guy sort of counts as a mini boss. So yeah, you've got to be very careful when you find him. So the next mob we have is the Whisperer. So this guy deals around 3 to 5 health points of damage, and he only has around 24 health points himself. When you do kill him, he drops around 0 to 2 bits of vine, and he attacks you with melee, with no weapon, but he does actually hit you with ranged magic. So it's a bit like the Geomancer, where he will spawn a 3x3 barrier of quick growing vines around you. They won't damage you, but he will also spawn a poison quill vine, which shoots poisonous arrows at you, and the poison lasts for around 3 to 5 seconds. So let me show you what it's like being attacked by him. There you go, he can melee. He'll spawn quick growing vines as well. But yeah, that's the poison quill vine, and it will shoot arrows at you. So right now I'm about to die. And this will stay here until you defeat it. So yeah, you've got to be very careful with those. So the next mob we have is the Leap Leaf. This guy is also like a little mini boss. So he does around 8 to 10 health points of damage, and also has 50 health points, which is around 25 hearts. So this guy will drop 0 to 2 jungle leads when he's killed, and he will attack you with a melee and no weapon. I don't think he's as powerful as the Redstone Golem, so let's try it out. So yeah, he's not as powerful as the Redstone Golem, but he still does a lot of damage like that, and he moves very fast. Yep, so that's how fast he actually runs. So he's much faster than the Redstone Golem. So yeah, you've got to be a bit careful around him as well when you find him. So, like I said, this is the poison quillvine. So this only really spawns when the Whisperer spawns it itself when it attacks you. It fires poisonous arrows which damage you for around 5 seconds or so. So it does around 2 health points altogether, plus the poisonous arrows, so the poison. It does have 30 health points, however, so it is a bit more difficult to kill than the Whisperer. However, this will also drop around 2 vines when you kill it. Another one you have to be careful when fighting. So this is the quick growing vine. This actually doesn't attack you because it's only like something that the Whisperer will spawn, and for some reason it doesn't actually damage you at all, so it's very strange. But if you do destroy it, it will drop 0 to 2 vines, and it has got 30 health points. So yeah, it's not really too much to worry about. So last but not least, the last mob in this mod is the Squall Golem. So the Squall Golem does around 8 or more health points of damage. He also has 50 health points, so it's a little bit like a mini boss. When you kill him, he drops around 0 to 3 iron ingots and 0 to 2 gold ingots. They will hit you on sight, and they will damage you with a melee without any weapon, so it will just hit you with its fists. So let's show you what it's like. Yep, so there you go. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of range. So yeah, that's the Squall Golem. Okay, so that's all the mobs that are in the Dungeons Mobs mod. So the armor piece we have is the Gold Pillager Helmet. This only gives you 2 armor points, and it doesn't actually have any other effect. So the next armor piece is the Diamond Pillager Helmet. So this is pretty much exactly like the Golden Pillager Helmet, where it doesn't give you any other stats except from it gives you +2 armor. So the next armor piece we have is the Gold Vindicator Helmet. This also only gives you +2 armor. So the next armor piece we have is the Diamond Vindicator Helmet. So this is again exactly like the Gold Vindicator Helmet, or like the Diamond and Gold Pillager helmets. It only gives you +2 armor, so it's not very useful. So the next armor piece that we have is the Skeleton Vanguard Helmet. This is another one which isn't as useful, as it only gives you +2 armor and no other stats or effects. So last but not least, we get the Chef Hat, and this only gives you +1 armor and no effects. It does actually look quite cool, if I'm honest with you. One of the cooler looking armor pieces in this mod. But yeah, that's pretty much all the armor pieces in this mod. Okay, so the next melee weapon we have is the Spatula. This has 1.5 attack damage, and it has 2 attack speed. Yeah, so it's not going to be very powerful, obviously, because it's just a spatula, but we might as well see how it looks. So yeah, it is very weak. So the next weapon we have is the Mountaineer Axe. This does 4 attack damage and 1.2 attack speed. This doesn't actually have any extra effects on it. It is just literally a Mountaineer Axe. So let's see how it is. Yeah, it's another weapon that's from Minecraft Dungeons. So the next melee weapon is the Gold Mountaineer Axe. This does 4 attack damage and 1.2 attack speed. So this is pretty much just like the normal Mountaineer Axe. So let's see how powerful it is. So yeah, it is literally just like the regular Mountaineer Axe. So the final melee weapon that is in this mod is the Diamond Mountaineer Axe. So this does 5 attack damage and 1.2 attack speed. So it's a little bit more powerful than the golden and normal Mountaineer Axe. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, that is all the melee weapons. So the next item we have is the Royal Guard Shield. So the Royal Guard Shield can be dropped by the Royal Guard, or you can just find this in vanilla chests. Obviously it has no cooldown, and you can use it until it breaks. So it pretty much just works like a normal shield. The next item we have is the Skeleton Vanguard Shield. So this works exactly like the Royal Guard Shield and like the regular shield. It doesn't have a cooldown obviously, and you can use it until it breaks. This is either dropped by the Skeleton Vanguard, or you can find it in regular chests because it can't be crafted. So yeah, that's pretty much what this Skeleton Vanguard Shield is. So the next item there is the Wraith Fire Charge. So this is obviously dropped by the Wraith occasionally, and I think this works pretty much just like a fire charge, where you fire it from a dispenser and it should fire just like a regular fire charge. It doesn't really do extra damage, but it's blue, and it actually looks quite cool. So the next item we have is the Windcaller Staff. So this is obviously dropped by the Windcaller, and I believe you can actually find these in random vanilla chests as well. So the cooldown for this is around 23 to 25 seconds I worked out, and the duration of it is around 5 seconds. So let's use it on a mob to show you what it's like. So it raises us up, giving them the levitate buff or debuff, and it drops them down depending on how high they go, dealing the full damage. But yeah, it takes around 23 or 25 seconds before you can use it again. So the next item we have is the Geomancer Staff. This pretty much works exactly like how the Geomancer attacks, where it either spawns a 4x4 barrier around the mob, or it can create the explosive beacon. So let's try and use it on a mob. So it does have around 23 to 25 second cooldown, and it does around 5 second duration. So obviously it does this. Okay, for some reason it's not working, but as we saw before, like the Geomancer spawned the explosive pillar and it will deal damage, increasing the damage however close the mob is to the pillar when it explodes. Last but not least, the final item in this mod is the Necromancer Staff. So the Necromancer Staff is used by the Necromancer, and it shoots a Fire Wraith fire charge at a mob, which deals around 10 health points of damage, and it also sets them on fire. So to me, this is one of my favourite weapons in the mod, so let's quickly show you what it's like. We spawn a zombie, we use it. It has a 2-second cooldown, and the duration of it lasts until it breaks. So yeah, and it's got quite a big health bar, as you can see. So I hope you all enjoyed the video today. I really hope you guys stuck around till the end. I would really appreciate if you guys did subscribe and like the video. It would make my day. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope I went through everything, and I hope everything is a bit clear. I really love this mod. I started playing the Minecraft dungeons, and I can see how much effort they've actually put into this mod. Also, give me more suggestions for mod reviews, because I really enjoyed doing this. This is really good. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!